Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be answering some of y'all's comments in the Bear with the Heart video. I have one right here. I'm scrolling through the comments and answering them. First, Holly has some questions for me. She says, what projects do you have planned to show us next? Honestly, I don't really know. It depends on what comes up in my mind. When I get these other ideas, they just pop up in my mind. I think of like a holiday that's coming soon, and then I'll think of something to do. So for Valentine's Day, I knew it was coming up, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try doing a bear that's holding a heart that says hugs. And so I made one. Okay, and her next question is, do you have any ideas of how we could use these projects you are showing us in our junk journals? Okay, so for the bear one, I think that you could put it in like a Valentine's Day card, or maybe in like a Valentine's Day or a red or pink themed junk journal. And then her next question is, what do you do to use up your scraps? Usually I don't really use up my scraps, because usually I just use cardstock. And if they're like little pieces, I'll throw them away. But really I don't have that big of scraps that I can use for something, so I just throw them away. Her next question is, what do you do with the things you make? The things I make, sometimes I'll give it to someone. Sometimes I'll just keep them somewhere in my room. For the bear, I gave one to my mom for Valentine's Day. And so, yeah. That's what I did with the bear. With the snowflakes, I just kept them somewhere in my room. And okay, her next question is, her last question is, do you save them in a special book or journal? I do not. I keep them in like, I got this new organizer thing that you can roll around, and sometimes I'll put them in there and just leave them there, and maybe I'll use them for something in the future. And that was Holly. And we have Margie. She says, did you decide you wanted to do videos because of your grandma? Or is it an interest you've had by yourself? It was partly because I saw my nanny do it, and I did like it. At first I wanted to do just like regular crafting, to where I'd make like different ones for the holidays, but yeah, it was partly Nene, and then I just popped up some ideas in my head, and I was like, Nene, can I do a video on this? And so I started making some. Let me see here. I'm looking through the comments right now. All I'm seeing is just people saying good job and all that. Okay, we have Rhoda, and I'm going to answer her question. She says, I have a question. How long have you been crafting? Have you always helped your nana, or is it something you just recently started doing? I haven't always helped my nana. It's something I just recently started doing. I don't really help her with any crafts, really, because I'm not over here that often to help her do that. And that was her question. Okay, Melody has a question. She says, how do you cut your circles so good? I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that, but really I take my cardstock that I use, and sometimes I'll make like a little square and then take my scissors and shape it out. Or sometimes I'll just try my best to make a circle on the cardstock, and then when I get it out, I'll shape it with the scissors. And Tawny has a question. She says, how do you come up with the ideas for what to make? They really just pop up in my head, and when I think of them, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try my best to make an example to show on a video. And so I do, and it ends up coming out the way I like it. And so then I asked my nanny, can I make a video on this? And so when she says yes, I just turn on the computer and start making the video and showing you guys. Tasha says, I'd like to see Brooklyn sit down and make a journal. I'll probably do that someday, and I haven't made a journal yet, so I'll probably try doing that sometime. Judy says, I would like to know how old are you? And she says, what grade would you be in if you were going to do a regular school, and what is your favorite subject? I am 10 years old right now. My birthday's in 3 months. My favorite subject in school is probably Bible. I really like that, and I like it. And she says, what grade would you be in if you were going to do regular school? My mom really goes on singing trips, so I can't do regular school right now. I do homeschool. But my mom said I'll be in 5th grade, which I am in right now. And Denise says, my question for you is, will you be making a journal like Grandma does? Maybe soon I will. I haven't made one, and when I was looking through the comments and I saw a lot of people say, when are you going to be making your own journal or journal? And I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what, I do want to make one of those, and so maybe sometime soon I will. Candy says, did you make Valentines this year for your family or friends? Not for my friends, but I have gave my mom a bear that I made. In that one video is a bear holding a heart. I gave her one of those. Mary says, what kind of projects do you like to do? And also, what is your favorite medium? My favorite I don't know really what projects I like to do. Maybe just like craft projects. But, yeah. Another Mary says, what games do you like to play? The kind of games that I like to play is Roblox and other games on there. And I'm trying to think. I've tried playing Sims before. It's not one of my favorite games. Let me think. And there's a lot of games on my phone that I just like to play. If I have no Wi-Fi, then I'll just play on those games. And she also says, what kind of crafts are your favorite? My crafts, my favorite one so far is probably the bear that I made. But my favorite crafts, like not the ones that I make, but just some random ones. Probably just like little things you can put in journals or cards or something like that. She also says, do you like to cook? Yes, I do actually. When I'm at home, I help my mom cook supper sometimes. And I'll sometimes just make like little desserts, maybe like I'll help mix together stuff. Gail says, Brooklyn, do you think you found your love for crafting like your nanny? Yes, I think I have. Because whenever I craft, it's just really fun and calming. Okay. Nikki says, what is your inspiration to make the bear? My inspiration was just Valentine's Day, and I was thinking of a Valentine's craft that I could do, and then this one just popped in my head, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this one. Ruth says, my question is, have you made any tags, pockets, or anything with your grandma? I haven't made any tags or pockets, but maybe in the future. Connie says, my question is, have you ever made a journal on your own? If so, what's the theme? I've never made a journal on my own, but I probably will in the future. And if my theme was, I'd probably just make up random themes. Lenny says, what type or theme of junk journal would you like to make from beginning to end? Probably just like different, maybe like a rainbow themed, or maybe just like different color themes of the rainbow. Maybe like a pink themed, blue themed, purple themed, or something like that. Susan says, I have 2 questions. How old are you, and what kind of gaming do you do? I'm 10 years old. I'm gonna be 11 in 3 months. And I do just like gaming where you have like an avatar and you can play different games in one game. So in Roblox, there's a lot of games in that game, and you can just control your avatar or something like that. And you can make friends on there and chat with them. Vicky says, how many crafters in your family? There's Nani, which is Melina. There's my nanny. And then me. And my Uncle Brandon, maybe. So yeah, there's about 4. Nancy says, what has been the favorite thing you have made? My favorite thing I've made is probably my bear with a heart that's holding. And that one, and probably the snowman. Linda says, what inspires you for these ideas? Different holidays, as I said. If it's like Valentine's Day, I'll make something Valentine's Day themed. If it's Christmas soon, I'll make something Christmas themed, or like blue themed or white themed, because those just remind me of like snow and Christmas. And her other question is, do you find them in books? Not in books. I just have them in my mind, and then I'm like, I'm gonna do a video on this. Debston, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. It says, she says, what kind of projects do you have in mind for your crafting channel? The crafts that I have in mind, I'm trying to think. Maybe just crafts that come up in my mind, and I'll just do the ones that I can figure out to do. Anne says, I noticed that you have beautiful long fingers. Do you play piano? I do play piano, but I downloaded this app called Floki, and I'm still trying to learn piano. I'm not like professional or advanced or anything like that. I've just been playing for a little bit. Just random keys, and sometimes they'll turn out to be good and sometimes not really. Another Mary says, do you like to make journals like your grandmother? I haven't, but probably I would. Cheryl says, how old were you when you realized you had been bitten by the crafting bug? I believe probably like 9 years old or so. Maybe 9 or up. Julie says, could you use regular scrapbook paper instead of cardstock? I probably could, but I'd have to ask my nanny what scrapbook paper is, because I don't really know what that is.
Yeah, you can use regular scrapbook paper.
Yeah, she said I could.
I think she was wanting to know if she could use regular scrapbook paper. But yeah, you can.
Collett says, Miss Brooklyn, what is your favorite video game? As I said, Roblox is one of them, and the games inside of Roblox I have a few favorite games in there. Handy Sisters Crafts says, have you made journals for your teachers at school? No, I haven't, because I'm homeschooled, but if I was, then I probably would. Lisa says, what do you mean a crafting and gaming YouTube channel? She says, I understand the crafting part, but the gaming part, you'll play games on YouTube? So what I mean by I'll have a crafting and gaming YouTube channel is that I'll do crafting, like regular crafting, and then for gaming, I won't do the gaming on YouTube, because what I mean is I'll make a video where I'll be on my computer on Roblox, and I'll be making videos of me playing Roblox and like different games on there. And that's what I mean by gaming. I don't mean gaming on YouTube, because I don't think they have that on there. Cherryberry says, glad for you to be back. Where you been? So the reason why I haven't been posting a lot is because before that video, I didn't really feel good, and so I haven't been making videos, and so I just been at home trying to take it slow, and I've been feeling better from then. Phyllis says, have you thought about making your own journal? No, not really, but I will probably do that in the future, like I said. She also said, you like animals. It could be all about different animals from all over the world. Just a thought. I probably will do that. I'd probably have to go on Google and look up some different kinds of animals all over the world, and maybe I'll put those in a journal and make one. Thank you for that suggestion. Stampont. I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong. I'm gonna say this as clear as I can. Stampinos. What is your inspiration for that bear? Just the holiday that came up, Valentine's Day. And that is all of the questions on here. At least I think that is. Yeah, that is all the questions. Thank you guys for all those questions, and I hope you guys have a great day. And don't forget to click that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and leave a like down below. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!